Hi artists! Today we're going to do a project that's inspired by an artist whose name is Romero Britto. On my three, I want to hear you say Romero Britto. 1, 2, 3. Nice job! Romero Britto might sound a little bit familiar to you if you were in my first grade art class last year. We created hearts in the style of Romero Britto. This is something that you may remember doing. Now, Romero Britto is a very interesting artist because he likes to make pictures of things that make people feel happy. He likes when his artwork brings joy to others. And when you look at these pictures here, what is it about them that you think would make someone feel happy? You might say something about the colors. He likes to use very bright colors. He also likes to make pictures of things that people associate with being happy. So we see a lot of hearts, a lot of designs. Something really interesting that he does in all of his pictures is he likes to divide his spaces and add patterns and designs to them. So instead of just drawing, for example, like 2 people here, he drew 2 people, but then he also used a black marker, or sometimes he uses black paint, and he splits up the space, so he divides it, and he puts lots of patterns and colors in. So that's something that we're going to do today. We're going to do a Halloween-related Romero Britto project, and we're going to be creating Romero Britto-inspired pumpkins. To begin your Romero Britto-inspired pumpkin today, you're going to need a white piece of paper, a pencil, an eraser, just in case. You might have one on the back of your pencil, a black marker or a crayon to outline with, a ruler or something else to help you make straight lines later, and coloring supplies of your choice. So you can use crayons, you can use watercolor paint as long as you use a Sharpie or something waterproof to outline with. You can use markers. It's really your choice. Now we're going to start off with pencil first as always. And we're going to start off today by drawing the pumpkin first. My trick for drawing the pumpkin is I like to start with an oval in the middle of my paper. So I'm going to do kind of like a long, skinny oval. Do your best. It doesn't need to be perfect. Pumpkins in real life are not perfect shapes. They're lumpy, they're bumpy. If your oval is lumpy and bumpy too, good. I'm glad. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just do your best. Now this does not look like a pumpkin yet. What I have to do is I have to add more to the shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make kind of like a C shape on one side of the oval, and then I'm going to make like a long skinny backward C shape on the other side. So this is going to represent more of my pumpkin, and I'm going to do that again. I'm going to do another kind of like a backward C shape on one side, and then another C shape on the other side. And this is going to kind of make the shape of my pumpkin. Take a look at your shape, see if you're happy with it. I can see this area here got like a little narrow, so that's where my handy dandy eraser comes in. I can kind of fix it up and tweak it before I use a black marker later and make it permanent. Now to make this look more like a pumpkin, I'm also going to add a stem. So I'm going to add a stem shape. You can think of a rectangle or a curvy rectangle. And to make it look a little bit more three-dimensional, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a curved line at the top to make it look like you're looking at the top of the stem over here. Feel free to add some more detail to your pumpkin if you want to. Maybe your pumpkin has some of the vine showing. I can do that, and ooh, if I want to make this a little bit more complicated, oh, this is really hard, guys. I'm going to add another curvy line. I'm gonna erase the parts that I don't want. I don't want that little space. So, I mean, feel free to add some more if you want to. Maybe you have part of a vine, maybe you have a leaf. It's really up to you. Now that I'm done with my pumpkin, I am ready to work like Romero Britto. Romero Britto loves to split up his spaces in his artwork. The pumpkin spaces are already split up for you. I'm going to split up the space in the background. So this is where your ruler comes in. If you don't have a ruler, you can use something else. You can use the side of a book. You can use something else to split up the space. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a line over here with my ruler. So now I have 2 sections behind my pumpkin. I'm going to turn my ruler in a different direction. I'm going to do another space. I'm going to turn my ruler again. I'm going to create another space. And I'm going to do maybe like 2 more spaces. I don't want to make too many spaces because then it's just too many spaces. You don't need a lot, just a couple places where the space is broken up. Try not to draw on the pumpkin itself. All right, now that I have my spaces broken up, I am going to use my black Sharpie to outline with. And again, if you don't have a black Sharpie, that's okay. You can use something else like a black crayon or a regular black marker. Now that I'm done outlining my pumpkin and the divided spaces in the background, I am ready to add some fun patterns and designs to my spaces. Romero Britto, in his artwork, likes to make designs that bring joy to others. So he likes to make designs like hearts, stars, polka dots. You can use designs like that. You can even use wavy lines, zigzag lines. It's up to you what kind of ways or what kind of patterns and designs you use in your picture. And something fun that he likes to do is he likes to make cut off designs. So that means instead of just drawing like a whole heart like this, I drew a half heart over here to give the picture a little bit of mystery. Like, what would the heart look like if I had more space on that pumpkin? So you can kind of challenge yourself to draw half shapes. It's up to you what your patterns and designs are. And this is a little risky, but if you're feeling kind of brave, you can do this right away with your black marker or your black crayon, whatever you're using to outline with. The only problem is you can't erase marker. So if you want to use pencil first just to play it safe, it's not a bad idea. It's up to you what you put in your background. Maybe you want to think about the things that make you personally happy. Like maybe you love ice cream. I love ice cream. So maybe I have a design in the background of ice cream cones. Something like that would be great. Maybe you love basketball and you have some basketballs, or maybe you love baseball and you have a section of baseballs. Maybe you would like to think about Halloween and you have a section of ghosts. It's my little ghost. I can make some more flying around in this background. It's up to you what designs you do, but definitely try to make some of them cut off. Like this little ghost is like popping in, he's saying hi, it's just his eyes. Try to make some look cut off because it definitely adds a little bit of mystery to your picture and it will make it look very, very exciting and lively. Now this is a pumpkin picture that I have finished with, but there's one thing that's missing on mine. Can you spot it? That's right, I have not added color to this yet. So the last thing you can do when you're all done with your designs and patterns today is you can add color, but you're gonna have to be very careful when you add color. This picture is so busy. Look how busy this is. And when I say busy, I mean there's just so much going on. There's so many designs on the pumpkin. There's so many designs in the background. because this picture is so lively, you're gonna have to use a color strategy to that. What I did on mine to make my pumpkins stand out against the background is I used my warm colors. Warm colors are red, orange, and yellow, so the colors that you see on a pumpkin. I use my warm colors on the pumpkin itself. And then I use my cool colors. Cool colors are green, blue, and violet. I use those colors in the background. When you put warm colors in the front of the picture and cool colors in the background, it helps make the subject of your picture, which in my case is the pumpkin, stand out. So I highly recommend using some color strategies today. What would have happened if I made this background section that's green yellow? That's right, this whole area might have blended in. So you're gonna have to make excellent color choices. The art supply that you use today is totally up to you. You can use any art supplies that you have available. You can even use a combination. Maybe you want to use paint and watercolor. Maybe you want to use marker and crayon. It's your choice. It's also up to you if you color in the individual spaces that you create, or if you want to just color in entire sections. That's fine too. Like this area here, I didn't color in the swirls, I just colored the whole thing in green. It's your choice. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Have a great time.